Okay.
Yeah, carry the world on
So
your
once
shoulders.
you got married, once you got married, what happened next? You decided to move out to where she was.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So you moved out there, lock, stock, and barrel.
Lock, stock, and barrel. Took everything.
Your
Money
billows, you buy land, your
everything,
billows.
everything.
You're moving, lock, stock, and barrel. You shut down your UK thing.
Everything locked down.
Sell the house too.
Everything.
You sell the house too.
Everything. Yeah.
What? You all sell the house too.
Yes, sell the house and everything.
And you move out there, lock, stock, and barrel.
Right, because you know, at that particular time, you see yourself, well, boy.
So didn't you think to keep a little base,
well,
just in case?
It's something.
That's a one.
No, every time I rise, we do it for the love, and I do it for the lights. Do it for the love, and I do it for the lights. Do it for the love, and I do it for the lights. Do it for the love, and I do it for the lights. Make them know success don't come overnight. No make them know a substance over hype. Do it for the love, and I do it for the lights.
Yeah.
And the thing is that what they want is to come over here.
Yeah.
But what we actually want as well is to go back to Africa as well. So we've got both two conflicting things.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, because they grow up over there. And it's all they want to do is come here, because the money what you can earn here, when you send that back there.
But the silly thing is, we don't want to be in the UK. If it wasn't for money, I wouldn't be in the UK.
I agree with you, but we see it both different ways. Though.
Yeah.
You see, the thing is, we see it like, and one thing they never do, they will never sell what they got over there to come over here, but we will sell what we have to go over there.
Because they can't move. That's the whole point.
But what I learned, you can't take nothing from nothing, but you can always take something from something. So even if they come over here and they pick up 1 pence, they've made it. But when you sell out what you got and go over there, and also, these is not your family. They are not your family.
In my case, it was slightly different. I married a West Indian, and this West Indian knew my family better than I did. I'm talking, their best friends was my first cousins, my uncles. He'd see my uncles and everything all the time. I thought it'd be different. I thought I'd be maybe the minority that it wouldn't be a problem. But the second I got married, it turned into something else.
Right, but then
it's like they pick up this manual at the airport. They pick up a manual at the airport and they all read the manual, and the manual said, this is what you do. You make them secure, you make them comfortable, you marry them, and then you plant your demands.
But then you look at it there that
it's like they all read the same manual.
What I would ask you now,
regardless of where they come from.
Being a woman now, being a woman,
and this is what disgusted me more than anything else. Being a woman
now, wouldn't you say to yourself now, well, I'm marrying this Jamaican, Yeah. Now, when I go there, I don't need to worry about nothing, because man is supposed to look after me.
Exactly, that's my point. I'm old school. I'm of the age where you're being courted. A man is supposed to take you out. You're not supposed to take the man out. When you go and sit down and have dinner, the man is supposed to be looking after you. When you go for a drink, the man is supposed to be It's different if you're together. You do things together. You go 50 or whatever. If it's my turn to do it today. But you see, if a man is courting you and he wants to have a relationship with you, I'm of the old school. A man should be a man. A man should be a man.
Right. Well, you see now this.
And that for some reason, especially, I don't know if it's Jamaica or the West Indies. I think it's more Jamaica than anything else, right? It's almost like they've been brought up to marry a foreign and make them foreign mind you.
Well, you know, it's not just Jamaica.
Make the foreign mind you. Make the foreign mind you.
The majority of the Caribbean islands.
They should be disgusted with themselves.
But you know what? But that's the thing. Over there, it's very difficult. You know, life is difficult in the West Indies. Most of the people there that have it is what them call is the repats. So never forget that. But going back to,
but there's people that
Right,
go to
but going-
people that go to
right.
school, university
All right,
out there as
but
well.
let's-
Just like we
all
go
right,
to
I'm
school
gonna
and
go back a
university.
bit, right, I'm gonna
Just
go-
like we go to school
right,
and
I'm
university,
gonna
they
go-
can go to school and university.
Okay.
I went to university and got a degree.
Right, but I'm going to go back.
You
Let
know,
me go back a bit now. And also there was other things there that was involved in this marriage.
okay.
At my age, at the age I was, she didn't have no kids, right? Now, when I catch myself and I thought about it, and I said to myself, well, hold on a second, I don't want no more kids. But obviously the woman wanted kids. And
I'm glad. I'm so
could have
glad
thought
that never
about-
happened.
Right, but-
I just pray
Yes,
God
but
every day.
that
I
wasn't-
thank God
yeah.
every single day that
And-
that never happened to me.
Right, but as I was saying to you, right, I thought about it after a while and I catch myself. And like she lost the youth now, you know what I mean? I thought to myself, well, boy, I'm going to be going backwards straight, having to look after this picnic. You know, I'll have to work for the rest of my life and all kinds of things. So then I said to myself, she was a good looking woman, so I said to myself, and I better there that I let her go and let her get somebody else, because I don't want none of them business there. I could have ended up with how many kids I don't know, and I'll be paying for it
But you
in my
see,
old age.
that's what I'm saying. You'd be paying for that shit in your old age, because it's like, what the hell?
And that would have finished me.
How long ago
And
did
it would
this?
have been for life,
How long
because
ago
you
did
would
this
have had to pay
happen?
maintenance.
How long ago was it that you met this person?
Well, it's going back now 11, 12, 13, 14, about 15, 16 years now.
Okay,
Because it
so
starts off
if
really
you was to
slow.
have a child then, if you was, just for argument's sake, if you was to have a child then, and we're both in our 50s now, right? You'd be a pensioner when that child was a teenager, right?
Exactly.
So could you imagine me having a child 15 years ago?
Well, boy. Yeah, but if you had any,
Oh my
did you have
God!
any kids though? Did you have any kids?
No.
Right, well you see...
Not that I know of.
Okay,
You could have.
yeah, I
You could have,
understand,
but
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, all these
You don't
things-
know with
you
these
see,
people,
the
do
thing
you?
is
You
now-
just don't know with these
Right,
people.
But
not
the
that I
thing is-
know of.
Well, it's different with a woman. But I'm saying all these things here,
Yeah.
we don't take into consideration. When I came back here, the first
No,
thing
but
the women asked me...
I asked a world of questions. I asked a world of questions.
I didn't ask-
but they just tell you what you want to hear.
Well, I didn't think about those things here.
No, but I
mean,
ask
wait,
questions,
never
but
dis-
they just tell you what
I
you want
never
to hear.
discuss children with her.
They tell you what they think you want to hear.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I never discussed children. Maybe if she was used to say, oh, I want 2 kids or whatever, then I might have thought, but that was the last thing in my head.
Anyway. So what happened, Gary?
Well, personally, I decided to let her go. So when
No,
I
but
came
you
back
was
and
in.
come to my
So you was
senses-
in this African country. You sold up lock, stock and barrel. Went to this country. You lived there. How long did you live there for?
2 years.
2
maybe.
years.
Yeah, but I was going back and forth for a good.
So
few
you was
years
you was
before
going
that.
backwards and forwards.
Yeah, I mean, I
So
used to
what was the
spend 6
deciding
months there.
factor to say right? No more.
Right. Well, when I came to my senses and I thought, well,
When you came to
your
yourself, but what? There must have something that's triggered it.
I don't know. It was like one day I just woke up and everything was just like gone mad in my head, and I just
No, but in what
decided
way?
this- I don't know. One day.
So nothing in particular triggered it.
No, well, everything was all right. One day, the next day, I woke up and I thought, what the Ross? That's what I said to myself, and everything came flooding in, and everything else come flooding in.
But did they get their papers by then?
Well, she got her papers later on because I still continued to do what I was going to do to get her over it. But by that time, the kind of marriage was finished. But you see, I'm a person there that when I promise somebody something, I do something for the person. But it was already dead in the water for me, if you see what I mean. But also I knew that if she got over here, she can have a good life and, you know, because also, don't forget, it's not, I couldn't just leave her there and whatever else. Do you see what I mean? Couldn't just leave her there and you'd still have to pay for, you know, I don't know, funny being a man, you have responsibilities. you can't just walk out of your responsibility. I couldn't just walk out of my responsibilities.
That's
like
true.
that.
But you see, this
And
is
I
where
did
we're
what I
different
thought-
because I'm
I
coming
did
from a
what was
woman's
good for her,
perspective. Yeah.
and I did what was good for me.
Okay.
Because as I said, when I realised I didn't want no children, and she wants children.
Yeah.
I mean, that's women for you. But, you know, at my age then now, you know, by the time I reach 70, I can't even kick football with the youth and all them things here. And
You'd be a pensioner with your stick. Could you imagine though? I mean, if I was to have a child,
That's me
if I
personally.
was to have a child at like 15 years ago, there would be a 20-odd year gap with me and my sons. Could you imagine that?
and my daughters was what?
So
A big old woman already.
exactly. But anyway, so you decided to come back
Yeah,
and you brought her with you.
yeah. That's it.
So she got that far.
Yeah, and I promised her that as well, you know.
Well, I suppose if you promised that.
But also, it wasn't good to be living apart. You
I
can't
understand
have
that.
you can't
No,
really
long
have a
distance
relationship.
relationships don't work.
Yeah.
But
But it's what you give, it's what I gave up.
yeah.
I see I gave up a lot more. And also, like, it's like when you're over there, it's you one, you know, you got no one to turn to either.
See, that's where it differed for me. I thought I had people that I could trust out there, but obviously not. Because if I tell you some of the stories, you'd think, but that's not family. Who are these people? These people are meant to be close family, and they'd be putting things in my ex-husband's ears.
But when you live there...
But I don't know whether it was, when I stayed there.
No, when you live in a place...
Yeah.
And you just go and come. Things are different. People that live there see things in a totally different light. I think what everyone should do is go over there.
But I did.
and
I
live.
spent. It's not once, not twice, but 3 times. I spent 3 months at a time out there.
Yeah, I
3 months, and I saw the different side of Jamaica.
Right, but you see,
I saw
you
the
see,
different
the
side
thing
of
is,
Jamaica,
right,
and
still, I was going there for 3, 4, 5 months at a time. But you have to live there. Know what the system is like. You have to live there. How you going to make your money? What you going to do? You know, we have all these ideas where you come over, as I said.
so what did you
traded
do?
a load of
So what
stuff.
did? Oh, you traded a lot of stuff, did you?
Well, I was a business, as I said to you, I had an import-export license where you can bring things in and you can do things. But to buy something from a country where it costs a lot more money and try and sell it in a country where
That is-
it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
For instance, you could buy 1 little bag of coffee, you
Yeah.
could buy 1 egg. You try doing things like that over here, it's different.
No, you can't do
You
that.
see what I mean?
No, you can't.
Also, they'll say, oh, let me owe you this. I'll pay you in a...
Oh hell no!
And it's like, trust me on this.
Trust me this. Trust
Right.
me this. Yeah.
You're running around looking for these things everywhere else. It's like you see when you build somewhere in the West Indies and you say, oh, I'm going to give it to my brother or my cousin or someone, and he's going to build a yard for me. And he's sending you pictures of other people's yard, what's been built.
Yeah.
And you go over there and you say, Ross Clark, you send all your money over there.
And then
nothing-
build a shack.
Yeah. You see, money changes people.
Money changes
Anytime
people.
you do something, you have to be there.
Money changes people.
And what we think, what we see, you know, we all do things with good intentions and think people are there to help you. But they're there to help themselves because poverty is a thing what shake up your mind. And people do things what is, you have to survive. Boy, instead of me buying 2 bricks this week here, well, let me buy myself a piece of clothes or buy myself some food or something else. Maybe it's not intentional, but because
that's what I find, especially some of the people that I've dealt with, they're on survival mode. They don't think about the future. They think about today and don't think that tomorrow, if they did something to invest in today, that they would have for tomorrow. But they don't think that way.
no, that's right. They don't
think that way. And because of that, it's almost like, well, I'm going to take what I can take.
Yeah.
I'm going to see what I can
Grab
get.
it while it-
for now,
while I
grab
can.
it while I can.
But then I realise
they
how
don't think
hard
about-
we work over here as well.
Exactly.
You know what? Sometimes we're, you know, to go over there, people think, oh, we can just fly and come, but they don't realise that we've worked
But
out
we're going
all
off topic.
year.
You know we're going off topic again,
Oh,
though.
we-
You know what we're supposed to be talking about, don't you?
Okay, yeah.
You
well,
know we're supposed to be
it
talking
just
because
tends
it's
to
so
vary off a
intertwined,
bit.
isn't it? It's so intertwined. But
But all
basically,
these are the things there that cause all of these things and for the marriage.
I tell you what happened in my case. I lost complete trust because they did certain things, and I lost complete trust. And from I lost the complete trust, nothing you could say to me would make a difference. They did something, and I don't even want to talk about what they did, right? But I ended up shelling out a couple of grand.
That's nothing to what I ended up shelling out, Trent.
No, but what they did was, see, it's hard to actually go into it without actually being, do you know what I mean? But I ended up shelling out a couple of grand, and basically the person, I should just say what it is. They were saying that this person can get them their estate, right? This person works in the office, blah, 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 blah. It was a bandula type thing. So they're saying, oh, we need to send money to do this, or we need to send money to do that. What alerted me was, all of a sudden this person started phoning my workplace. They started working, because me and my son used to own a cab office. They found a cab office driving people mad in the cab office. They found my workplace when I used to work for the council driving them mad. They found my house phone. They found, and what they said to me was, this person said to me, I know where you live. And from that person said that, I knew that it was a scam. Now, whether my ex-husband was in on it, I believe he was. And that's where the trust went out the window, because when that person said that to me, I said to him, you have this man on the phone threatening me and phoning every single one of my numbers. This is why I would never give him my numbers either. He doesn't have any of my numbers apart from one. I've got 2 mobile numbers. I've got a house phone. I've got another phone that I can take around the world.
Love life, no, so every time I rise, we do it for the love, and I do it for the lights. Do it for the love, and I do it for the lights. Do it for the love, and I do it for the lights. Do it for the love, and I do it for the lights. Make them know success don't come overnight. No make them know a substance over hype. Do it for the love, and I do it for the lights.